All right. Isn't it too late to start on YouTube? I was actually at a family wedding a couple weeks ago and somebody was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" It's like, "I help entrepreneurs grow a YouTube channel in 90 minutes a week." And they said, "Oh, isn't it too late to start on YouTube? I've just figured for the last, I don't know, 10 years, it's just too late to start on YouTube." So, totally get that perception. It was an interesting conversation. Let's look at the actual truth of this. By the way, I am answering the top 10 questions about YouTube growth for entrepreneurs this week, going live twice every day. There's a link in the description of this video, and you can see a link to all the questions that I'm answering, as well as the answers that I have already given so far. This is our fourth one so far. So, yes, YouTube is big. There are literally millions and millions of channels, but that actually works in your favor. And we'll talk about why that is here in just a second. But I think the most important thing to know is that YouTube is now promoting videos from smaller channels more than it ever has. Not unselfishly. They're doing it for a selfish reason. And we'll talk about that in a second as well. But here's the thing. Like, I browse YouTube. I'm pretty active on YouTube. And about a year and a half ago, I started just seeing videos from people that I didn't know before. And I click on it, they'd have like 1,000 views per day or something like that, like this one. And then I'd click on it and it would be this channel only had like 100 subscribers. And I kept seeing that over and over again. It was like, okay, why is this happening? This is massive. Because if you decide either to start putting effort into YouTube and growing your channel, or you decide to start a brand new channel and grow from scratch, there's no question you're putting yourself out there, right? You're putting in the effort, you're putting in the energy, and you're like, is this going to work? So, yes, YouTube's audience overall is still growing, and YouTube wants new channels. They are looking for new channels to come in and join all the time. There's a lot of reason for this too. So why would they be promoting these, smaller channels? If you're skeptical, I get it, right? Like, why would they do that? There's two parts. One, YouTube needs new channels. So if we compare YouTube to a TV network, let's say, imagine if TV networks never came up with new shows. Literally every show on the platform just came back for 50 years over and over and over again. Other than Law and Order, that just doesn't happen, right? So they're looking for, things that match new people's tastes. They're looking for fresh voices, fresh perspectives. Even in industries where it feels like nothing's changed in 20 years, there's still stuff that has evolved and they're looking for fresh stuff there. Second thing is the goal of YouTube's algorithm has always been to match up good videos with the people that will like them at the right time. That's all YouTube has ever wanted to do from the beginning. And it has gotten better at doing that. So it used to be back a few years, it would look at the title and it would look at the description and the keywords and it would kind of understand what the video was about. And then they would start, when the technology got there to hear what was being said in the video, or if transcripts or captions were generated or people would upload captions, they'd look at that. And then if the video did well, then they would go, okay, people like this video. Let's show it to more people who would like that. Well, now because of AI can quickly, in the first day, figure out what your video is about, who it's for, the problem it solves, the emotions that are part of it. It's really good at, this is maybe borderline creepy too on the consumer side, but it's really good at knowing what a video is about and all the different parts of it, as well as who would enjoy it. They know what viewers would like based on other things that they've liked, okay? And that goal hasn't changed. They still want to show good videos to the people that will really like them. But because of AI, they can do it sooner now because they don't have to rely on channel history. In other words, somebody who's been publishing consistently for years before they trust somebody, because the AI is smart enough to know, oh, that's what this video is about. They're not worried about people keyword stuffing and trying to game the system anymore, okay? So this is a massive, massive change from, kind of where we were before. And now we have this opportunity to show up much, much quicker, even if you are pivoting or if you are potentially, on a brand new channel. So just to kind of put this into perspective, I'm going to show you a couple of things here. So the goal is to get into YouTube's recommended feed. Okay. So that is, if you see this screenshot here, these are the videos that came up for me at some point when I took the screenshot, when I went to youtube.com. They also have a feed that you can browse. They also have the sidebar where the videos that show up either next to the video you're watching or the ones that are underneath. So how do we get up there? All we have to do is we have to teach YouTube what our channel is about. Now, we don't get to just tell them what it's about, right? That would be gaming the system. We have to make videos to let YouTube understand what our channel's about, what our videos are about, and who it's for. And it's not just one video generally, right? We do have to kind of be consistent. So all we have to do is put together what I've found in my testing is about 8 videos in a row to teach YouTube what our channel is about. I call it the magnetic 8 videos. And I'll tell you how you can find out what videos to make in just a second here. So, but 8 videos helping one person with one kind of specific overall thing. Now, I have helped people with a lot of different things over the years on my channel. And I'm going to talk about this channel, which is an existing channel, as well as a brand new channel in just a second. And so if we look at my channel, originally, this channel was all about helping people helping people grow their business with social media. As you can see from the screenshot, it was a lot of Facebook and Instagram tutorials, also some Snapchat, some LinkedIn in there, different things like that. And in April of 2024, I decided I want to start helping people with podcasting. I said, yeah, I had this system I developed for entrepreneurs where it was called modcasting, based on what we did in radio. It would teach people how to create a podcast in a minimal amount of time, and then each of those chunks would become Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, TikToks, YouTube Shorts to kind of help do an all-in-one content marketing system, right? So I went out and I published a bunch of videos in a row all about podcasting, okay? Nothing else. Now, before this, I had no presence at all about podcasting. Zero. I had no blogs, I had no website, I had nothing. I just started making YouTube videos about podcasting. And when someone joins any program that I offer, one of the questions we ask when we're trying to learn more about their business is, oh, where'd you hear about Jerry Potter? And within about 60 days, people were finding me for how to start a podcast. How to start a podcast, researching podcasting on YouTube. If you look at some of these, within the last 10 days, I was searching in YouTube, how to start a podcast. So on Google and YouTube, people were finding me within a couple of months because I retrained the algorithm how to understand what my channel was about. And now still, that's working. Then I wanted to see, will this work on a brand new channel or is this only for existing channels? What would happen there? So I started a brand new channel, actually last month, and within 3 weeks, almost 2/3 of my views, about 65% of my views, were coming from YouTube recommending the videos because every video was helping someone with the same general problem. Okay. So if I started a channel and I was helping people with Facebook and Instagram and email marketing and YouTube and sales pages and like all these different parts of a business, that's too broad. But a channel that's just helping people with podcasting, entrepreneurs with podcasting, yeah, no, not too broad. And that's how fast it can happen. So imagine that a 3-week-old channel, 2/3 of the views were coming from YouTube recommending that channel, the videos in the homepage, in the search results, in that sidebar along the feed. So that's what can happen when you when you actually train the algorithm. So I call it the Magnetic 8. I'm actually hosting a workshop, a 5-day challenge starting Monday to show you. I'll actually help you and I'll show you my frameworks for actually figuring out what are the 8 videos your channel needs for YouTube to understand it. You can see the information right below me here. You can go to youtubeworkshop.info if you want to grab your ticket for that. But I want to talk a little bit about why YouTube being big actually works in your favor. So we did talk about the fact that YouTube needs new creators. It needs fresh voices, different things like that. But YouTube as a whole is also still growing. Like YouTube is being watched more than Netflix now, they say, right? People are sitting on the couch to watch YouTube. They're watching on their phones, their tablets, their computers, more and more. More people are discovering the platform now, still in 2025. So obviously those people are looking for things to watch. But in addition to that, the barrier is higher than it is for Instagram or TikTok. So think of your industry. Maybe you are in the health industry. Maybe you're in the legal industry. Maybe you're in finance. Maybe you teach something to business owners like I do, whatever it might be. Think about your industry and all of the people who are trying to market a business in that industry. Well, it's more crowded in a lot of ways on TikTok or Instagram because all you have to do is whip out your phone, make a quick video, maybe you go viral, whatever it might be. It's easier. Or you can just start posting images or different things like that. On YouTube, it takes a little bit more commitment up front. Not long, right? I just told you 21 days, but it takes a little bit more commitment to think about your videos and what you're going to talk about so you can really help people. And so that is why business owners or anyone who's trying to grow a business on YouTube, it is not too late, especially if you set up the right 8 videos to kick things off, your magnetic 8. So that's what we're going to be doing inside of the magnetic 8 challenge. Here, let me just bring this up really quick and show you what I'm talking about with this. So the magnetic 8 is a 5-day challenge, and it's going to be coming up starting on Monday. And by the end of that week, you're going to have 3 really powerful things. Okay. You're going to have your 8 video topics. So all you have to do is go off and make these 8 videos to help train the algorithm. So that's that main thing. And it's going to be based on audience research that we're going to do with a little help from AI. So we know the exact topics that you should be making videos about. This is so much more than just like SEO, like what are they searching for? Okay. So we are going to start with that. You're going to get those 8 videos. Then in addition to that, you are going to walk away with something to make your channel really, really memorable. A channel that grows faster is a channel that the person who owns the channel doesn't have to spend all their time promoting. So when you first start a channel, yeah, you're going to want to tell people who might be interested in your videos, hey, I made this video about this topic and you should go watch it. We don't want to just tell our family and friends to go watch. We want to tell the right people to go watch. Even if that's 5 friends or 5 people, that's great. If you have an email list, great. But we want to tell the right people to go watch our videos. But as time goes on, the way YouTube becomes sustainable and a really high leverage asset for your business is that you publish a video, you don't tell anybody, and YouTube starts matching those videos up to the people who will love them. Imagine that. Imagine how that feels for your business. That's absolutely massive. The other thing that happens is it's a channel that people tell their friends about. And in order to do that, the channel's got to be memorable. And so that's one of the things that you'll also walk away from is a way to kind of talk about your channel where it is super, super memorable as well. Okay. And by the way, overall, I help people grow a channel in 90 minutes a week. So none of this is going to be like, and all you have to do is spend 30 hours a week on it. So we're going to jump in and talk about that part as well. And then you're also going to develop a viewer snapshot. A lot of people just take what they already have in their businesses. Oh, this is my ideal audience member. This is my ideal client avatar, anything like that. But it's slightly different with the videos that we want to make for the Magnetic 8. And we'll talk about those as well. So this is right out of my signature program, the YT90 Activation Lab, where we tell you how to build a whole system to grow your channel in 90 minutes a week. But you can join this for only $17. We're starting Monday. You'll get the lessons, full access to video and audio replays through October 7th. This is a live event experience. This is not something you buy and say, I'm going to watch it in 2 years, plus live Q&As, community. I will be there answering all of your questions. This is not something where you're just doing this on your own. So even if you had, some people, even if you had other YouTube questions you wanted to ask, come in, ask them. That can be worth the price at all. What I'm showing is just part of what's inside my signature program. And when I showed people this the first time, this was some of the reactions that I got. Like, this new program is fire, loving it so much, finally getting somewhere with my ideas. All right. So you can go to youtubeworkshop.info and get your ticket right now to join us coming up on Monday. And then I will be back tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, that's New York time, to answer our next question in the top 10 questions about YouTube growth for entrepreneurs. You can get a link to all 10 questions as well as a list down in the description of this video, along with a link to get your tickets for the Magnetic 8 YouTube Challenge, which starts on Monday. All right, we'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Bye.